Hello and welcome to this week's Herbal Spotlight. I'm Ellie, your herbalist of Wild and Rooted Organics, and today I am introducing a plant that we all know and love. This is a plant that is extremely common. This is a plant that is deeply nourishing and has a lot of folklore around it. So what is this plant? It's just oats, also known as Avena Sativa. Oats come in three main forms: the regular oatmeal that we all probably have in our cupboards, oat straw, which is a personal favorite, and milky or oat tops. So, what does this plant do for us? What doesn't she do? This plant has been well marketed over the years as being a heart healthy plant. And that's true. That's extremely true. She has an affinity for our heart. She's great for lowering bad cholesterol. She's great with her high fiber content. She's nourishing. She contains a high amount of amino acids, vitamins, and minerals, and trace minerals. She is extremely common and prevalent. She is affordable to buy. On that side note, one thing that is most important with oats, and any type of oats, or any variation, is that you consume organic only. And that is just due to the common farming practices surrounding oats, which I will actually be making a second longer video that contains like the back history and how to use and all of that. So I'm actually going to be putting that on YouTube because it's going to be a smidge long. But if you want to see that, stay tuned. So oats have an affinity for the heart. Yes, we all know that. I mean, that's how it's marketed, that's how it's consumed, and it's true. It strengthens the heart. It's great for the blood vessels. There's nothing within the heart that she does not work with. But let's get into a little bit more, right? Because I'm not here to teach you what everybody already knows. So, oats, how do they deal with stress response, right? Well, one thing, and I think you kind of maybe noticed, like I said, she is high in nutrients. And these nutrients go deeper. These nutrients have special affinities for organ systems within our body, particularly the kidneys and the adrenals. So if you don't know what the adrenals are, the adrenals sit on top of our kidneys, and they basically are a organ system that is deeply impacted by stress. So a lot of us have heard of adrenal fatigue or high cortisol or low cortisol or anything to do with that. I mean, it's pretty common knowledge at this point. Well, what she does is she actually goes within our body and nourishes those adrenals. She gives us deep nourishment. She is a plant that is great for long-term use. She is a calming plant. So oat straw is one of those things, or oats or anything, that should be consumed, if that is up to you. I'm not your doctor or a physician. Over a longer period of time. This is not a plant that you take and it's like, oh my gosh, it works. No plants do that. This is a plant that deepens, strengthens, and builds. So with that being said, this is a plant that I consume, let's say, I probably at least consume a quart 2 to 3 times a week of an infusion. And that's just my baseline, but you're free to do whatever you like. She is great herb to use with long extended uses, especially if you are somebody that is recovering from an illness, that has just had a child, or is somebody that is dealing with a possible maybe depression sort of state or bipolar or anxiety. And the reason why she works so well in this is that when we are in those frazzled states, we pull upon our endocrine system and our adrenals. And when we keep pulling and pulling and pulling, we start to lose the juice that's inside. So basically, it's pouring from an empty cup. and nobody needs that. So this is a plant that is great for that. On top of that, when I speak of new moms, this is a plant for y'all. Okay, she is deeply nourishing. Okay, so she's going to help you recover from those sleepless nights. Okay, she is high in nutrients, minerals, fiber, protein, all of that. So she's going to keep you looking good, girl, while you are just trying to keep another human alive. And she has a high affinity for bringing in your milk and keeping up your milk supply, which all new moms are very thankful for. So with that being said, on top of that, she is great for the brain. And this is something that I use her for a lot. So she actually has been studied on many, many studies. I believe one is even Harvard, that she actually reduces the markers for dementia and Alzheimer's, which health is a lot about prevention. So this is a plant that if this maybe runs in your family, or you're even experiencing brain fog, or just overall you can't remember things because you got too many things going on, it's me, she is great for that. She nourishes within the brain. I mean, that's awesome. The only other plant that like I love for that is mushrooms, but that's a whole separate post. So anyways, another great thing, which we could all use, is she actually strengthens the bones, strengthens the teeth, strengthens the hair, and strengthens the nails, which every girl could use that, or maybe not. But how she does this is, like I said, she's high in vitamins and minerals, but she's also very, very high in silica. So when you buy oat straw, which is kind of hard to see, oat straw actually glitters like it's glitter, like is awesome. And that is actually the silica content. And so silica and magnesium, which she contains, are the building blocks within all these systems. So our bones are strengthening, our teeth are strengthening. She has the potential to not only strengthen teeth, but to heal teeth. So yes, if you're looking for long, luscious locks and long, strong nails and some good old teeth, try some oats. Another great thing is she is great for those recovering from illness. And part of that has to do with A, her nutrient quality, but B, also her ability to be a tonic. It's another word for deep nourisher. And she's anti-spasmodic. So if you have a child, or if you yourself are somebody that's recovering from, let's say, the stomach flu, or a long-term illness, or you've just had surgery, oats may be the plant to work with. Now, let's get to the little interesting part here, okay? And this has to do specifically with milky oats or oat tops. Now, all these plants have these qualities in some form or another, but with oat tops, this one is particular for it, and that is sexual health. So if y'all feel like getting it on, start drinking some oats. She builds up our sexual libido. She's great for the reproductive system, and she's great for erectile dysfunction or any dysfunction within that part. How she does that, like I said, it's nourishment. Okay, it's our hormones, it's our endocrine system. And the term "sow your wild oats" came from this plant. So now that I've taken that to that rating, let's go back up, because I've got to recover from that. But it's a very viable thing for this plant. I mean, so viable they made a saying for it, right? So another thing is that she is great in skin conditions or internal inflammation by taking a bath. So all of these plants, or all of these, when I say plants, all of these variations of this plant are great in a warm bath. They're great for psoriasis, eczema, anything to deal with a skin condition or internal inflammation. So I am almost out of time, so I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate, the whole reason of this is to connect more people to plants, and I appreciate your feedback and the time you take to watch these. So My heart to yours. Thank you.